How often do you catch yourself saying sorry just for being in a room?
Oh, yeah, like apologizing to a chair when you bump into it.
Right. Or maybe you find yourself saying yes to a sudden favor when you are already totally, completely tired, and you have no idea why you just agreed to do more work.
It happens so fast. I mean, it is like a reflex.
It really is. Welcome to today's deep dive. If you are listening to this on the bus or maybe walking your dog, there's a good chance you have already done something like this today.
Probably, yeah. It is so common.
So today our mission is to take a close look at a topic that sounds like a bit of a buzzword: self-love.
Right, self-love.
But we are not talking about vague, fluffy advice.
Yeah.
We are looking at real, simple ideas about how to set boundaries, how to know your own value, and how to stop that really mean voice in your head.
Which is so important because, people often misunderstand self-love.
Oh, totally. How do they usually see it?
Well, they think it means being selfish. They hear self-love and they think it means putting yourself above everyone else and just not caring about your friends or family.
Like you only care about yourself.
Exactly. But the sources we are looking at today say the complete opposite. Protecting your energy is actually the base of a healthy life.
It is a real act of self-respect.
Yes, because if you have zero energy, you cannot help anyone else. You cannot be a good friend if your battery is completely empty.
That makes perfect sense. So before we can talk about how to protect our energy, we have to look at how we show our value to other people.
Right, the way we advertise ourselves.
Yes. And the sources have this really cool idea. It is called the inner price tag.
I love this concept.
Me too. The basic idea is, well, the way you treat yourself teaches other people how to treat you.
Exactly. So let's explain this inner price tag. We are not talking about real money here, right?
No, not money.
It is about the value you put on your own time. Imagine you literally have a price tag on your time.
Okay, I am picturing it.
If you always act like your time is free, well, people will just take it.
Because it is free.
Right. People are very adaptive. If they see something is free and has no lock on it, they will use it. They are not trying to be mean. It is just easy.
It is convenient for them. So we think we're showing people, hey, I am a nice person, or I am a helpful friend. But the message they actually get is, my time has no value, so please take as much as you want.
Yes, that is the exact message. And that leads right into what the sources call the yes habit.
Oh, the yes habit. Saying yes to everything.
Yes. Even when your inner battery is flashing red and you are so tired, you still say yes.
Why do we do that? I mean, it seems so silly when you say it out loud.
It does, but we have to look at how the human brain works. We do not do this just to be silly.
Okay, so it is biological.
Basically, yes. A long time ago, humans lived in small tribes. If you were useful and helpful, you got to stay in the group.
Because you helped everyone survive.
Exactly. But if you said no, or you were difficult, the group might kick you out. And back then, being alone meant you would probably die.
Wow. So it's literally life or death.
Yes. So today, when a coworker asks you to do something and you want to say no, your brain gets scared.
Like a survival fear.
Right. Your brain thinks, if I say no, they will kick me out.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So we are not just trying to be nice. Our nervous system is trying to keep us safe in the tribe.
Precisely. We are fighting thousands of years of brain programming every time we try to say no.
But the problem today is, if you always say yes, you get stuck in a role.
You do. You teach everyone that you are always available. You become the person who does everything.
And it is so hard to stop. I like to think of it like a restaurant, like a 247 diner.
Oh, that is a great example.
Yeah. If you own a diner and you leave the bright open sign on all day and all night, people will expect food.
Of course they will. The sign is on.
Right. They will walk in at 3 in the morning and expect a hot meal. And they don't care if the cook is super tired and hasn't slept in 2 days.
Because they just see the open sign. They aren't trying to be bad people.
Exactly. So the real question is, why are we so afraid to just turn off the sign? Why can't we flip it to closed and go to sleep?
Well, flipping the sign means setting a limit. And because of that old tribal fear we just talked about, setting a limit feels really scary.
It feels uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable. It causes friction. And that friction is what we call setting a boundary.
Let's talk about boundaries. Because I feel like when people hear the word boundary, they picture a giant, thick brick wall.
Yes, a big wall to keep everyone out forever.
But the sources we are looking at give us a much better way to think about it. Boundaries are not walls. They are doors.
I really love this shift in words. Changing it from walls to doors makes it feel so much lighter.
Right. A wall is defensive and mean. But a door gives you control.
You have the handle. You decide who comes inside. You decide how long they stay.
And the most important part, you can close it when you need to rest.
Yes, you can. And you can always open it again the next morning.
Think about that for a second. Boundaries are not mean. They're just basic self-respect. They help you build a life you can actually handle.
But we have to be honest. When you first start closing the door, it will not be easy.
Oh, people will not like it.
No, they won't. Psychologists call this an extinction burst.
An extinction burst. That sounds intense. What does that mean?
It just means things get worse before they get better. If you have been acting like a 247 diner for 5 years and suddenly you close the door at 5 p.m., people will be confused.
They will push back.
Exactly. They will knock on the door louder. They will say, hey, why is the door closed? You are always open.
But knowing that they will knock louder helps, right?
Yes. If you expect them to push back, you will not feel guilty. You just hold the door closed and know that they are just confused about the new rules.
I want to share another way to picture this, just for anyone listening who still feels guilty about saying no.
Please do.
Instead of thinking you have endless energy, think of yourself like a small airport. An airport with only one runway.
Just one runway. I like this.
So when you say yes to every single request, you're telling 50 airplanes to circle around your tiny airport.
And they all want to land at the same time.
Right. But you only have one runway. Setting a boundary is not being mean to the airplanes. It is just being honest. If you try to land 50 planes at once, they will crash.
That is a perfect way to explain human energy. You only have one runway.
But even when we know this, we still feel bad. Why do we feel so guilty when we close the door?
Because of how we measure our own value. The sources call this conditional worth.
Conditional worth, like my worth depends on something else.
Exactly. A lot of us connect our value to how much work we do. We tell ourselves, I am a good person today because I finished my whole to-do list.
Oh, I definitely do that. I answered all my emails, so I am good today.
It is like a trade. You trade your hard work for the right to feel good about yourself.
But what is the danger there?
The danger is what happens on your bad days. If your value only comes from doing work, what happens when you are sick or when you just need to rest?
Oh, then I feel like I have no value at all.
Right. Your value drops to zero. You feel bad just for sitting on the couch.
That is so true. And it makes us rely on other people to tell us we are doing a good job.
Yes, external validation. And the sources say that makes us fragile.
Fresh. Like glass.
Exactly like glass. If you need your boss or your friends to always say good job so you can feel happy, you are very easy to break.
Right, because if they forget to say thank you, you just crash.
Just one mean comment can ruin your whole week. True self-worth is the opposite of being fragile.
So true self-worth is believing you have value even on a bad day.
Yes, you have value even when you make mistakes, or even on a bad English-speaking day, as the sources actually mention.
Oh, right. Even if you mess up your words, you still have value as a person.
Your value is not something people can debate. It is just always there.
But I have a question about this, because the sources talk about something called the sorry habit.
Ah, yes. The sorry habit.
This is when you say sorry for everything. For asking a question, for being tired, or just for existing. It is very common.
But I want to push back on this a little bit because I do this a lot. If I am at the store and someone bumps into me, I instantly say, oh, I'm sorry.
Before you even think about it.
Right. But isn't that just being polite? Why is it bad to be polite?
Well, being polite is totally fine. Saying excuse me at the store is just nice. But the sorry habit is different. It is much more hidden.
How is it different?
It is when you use the word sorry to make yourself smaller. Like if you write an email to a coworker and say, sorry to bother you, but can you send me that paper?
I see. Because asking for the paper is just doing my job.
Exactly. It is a normal work question.
Mm-hmm.
But you are apologizing for it. Or if you say, sorry, I might be stupid, but I think, before you share a good idea.
Right. I am apologizing just for having an idea.
Yes. You are saying sorry for taking up space in the world. And when you do that, you lower your own inner price tag.
You train your brain to think you are a burden.
Exactly. So how do we stop? We replace the sorry with a thank you.
Oh, give me an example. Instead of saying sorry for talking so much, you say thank you for listening.
Wow, that feels totally different.
It does. Instead of sorry to bother you, say, do you have a minute to help me? You are being nice, but you are not making yourself small.
I love that. But you know, there is someone else we apologize to all the time. Or rather, someone who is really mean to us.
You are talking about ourselves.
Yes, we try to be so polite to strangers. But the voice in our own head is so incredibly mean.
The inner critic, the inner bully.
It really is a bully. You make a tiny mistake, and the voice says, "You are so stupid, you always do this wrong."
If a stranger on the street talked to you like that, you'd be so angry.
I would walk away, but because it is in our head, we just believe it.
We think it is the truth. But the sources have a really easy trick for this. It is called the friend trick.
The friend trick. Okay, how does that work?
It is simple. You just talk to yourself the way you talk to a good friend.
But does that actually work? It sounds kind of silly.
It feels a little silly at first, sure, but it helps you pause. Imagine you drop a glass of water on the floor.
Okay, my brain would immediately say, "You are so clumsy and useless."
Right. But pause. Use the friend trick. If your best friend was tired and dropped a glass of water, what would you say to them?
I would never say they're useless. I would say, "Oh no, be careful, do not step on the glass. Are you okay?"
Exactly. You would be kind to them. So you have to start doing that for yourself.
It is about changing the standard. You give your friends so much grace, but you give yourself zero.
Right. And you do not have to magically love yourself right away. Just aim for neutral first. Just stop being so mean.
Stop accepting the bully's words as a fact.
Yes. Make your own mind a safe place to live.
And when our mind is safe, we can actually start to enjoy little things, small joys.
This is so important. Joy is not a luxury.
Right. It is not just the dessert you only get to eat if you finish all your work perfectly.
Joy and peace protect your energy. They charge your battery.
There was an example from the source that I really loved. It was about sitting by a window.
Oh, yes. Just sitting by the window for 5 minutes with a cup of coffee.
And the most important part, no phone.
Yes, no phone at all.
Why is the phone part so important?
Because when you look at your phone, you are still doing work. You are reading other people's lives. You are reacting. You are thinking.
It is not real rest.
No. But sitting with coffee and just looking outside that is coming back to yourself. You are not performing for anyone. You are just being.
It is about being grateful for tiny moments.
Yeah.
Gratitude doesn't have to be some huge thing.
Not at all. It can just be listening to a really good song in your car.
Or taking a short walk and feeling the sun on your face.
These little moments are what keep your energy strong.
They are so powerful. And I think that leads perfectly into the final rule from the text.
The diagnostic tool.
Yes. So if you are in a situation or a relationship or even just talking to someone and it constantly makes you feel small.
Like it drains all your energy.
Right. And it wakes up your inner bully. That is a signal, isn't it?
It is a clear biological signal. It doesn't mean you need to try harder to be nice. It means you need to step back.
It is time to use one of those doors we talked about.
Exactly. Time to close the door. Because peace is a choice you have to actively make.
Peace is a choice. You have to build it and protect it. Let's do a quick recap of what we talked about today.
Sure, let's go over the main points.
We started with the inner price tag. You set the value for your time. If you treat it like it is free, everyone will take it.
And we talked about the yes habit. We learned that we say yes because our old tribal brain is scared of being kicked out.
Then we learned that boundaries are not big, scary walls. They are doors. You have the handle.
You have to remember, you only have one runway. You can't land all the planes at once.
We looked at conditional worth.
Yeah.
You have value even if you don't finish your to-do list.
We talked about stopping the sorry habit. Don't say sorry just for existing. Say thank you instead.
We silenced the inner bully with the friend trick. Talk to yourself like a friend.
And finally, we talk about small joys. A cup of coffee with no phone.
It really is a lot to think about. It takes practice.
It does. But it is the most important thing you can do for yourself.
So as we finish this deep dive today, we want to leave you with one final thought to mull over.
Something to think about as you go about your day.
If peace is a choice and boundaries are just doors, think about your own life right now.
Look at all your open doors.
What is one door that you have left wide open for way too long just because you felt guilty?
And what would happen if you simply decided to close it today, just to protect your peace?
That is a big question. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today. We wish you well as you go out and practice being a little kinder to yourself.
Yes, have a great day. You truly deserve it.